So who would like to do the work? What did you write for statement 1?
I'm devastated because my father is dead.
You see him? Is he on the floor?
In a hospital bed.
In a hospital bed. Okay. Your father is dead. Is it true? Can you absolutely know that it's true your father is dead?
No.
Now notice how you react. What happens? The dream that happens of past future when you believe the thought, and the emotions that happen when you think the thought in that situation, your father is dead. So close your eyes, feel that, describe that.
Just sick. I imagine his pain.
Okay, now who would you be without the thought? My father's dead. Now look at that body.
I'd be at peace.
And do you see any pain there as you look at that body without your story?
No.
There is no pain in that reality. The pain is the father of your imagination. You see the big difference? Your father is dead. Turn it around.
He's not dead, he's alive.
So where is it your father's alive?
In me, my mind, memories.
Absolutely, there he is. Where was your father just before you found out he had died? Same place. Fathers don't die. They live where they've always lived. Okay, I'm devastated because my father died. Another turnaround, I'm devastated that...
I died?
Yes. So what does that mean to you? Look at you. I mean, standing there, seeing him dead, you're a mess. It's just all about you. He's fine. Or he's not complaining. You know, people really want peace. So statement 2.
I want Dad to be alive.
Stay in 4. In other words, who you'd be without the thought. Look at him. Stay focused in that nanosecond. You want him to be alive. Is it true? Is that him?
It's not true.
Not only is it not true, it's just crazy. And then you see an image, and that's the one you want to be alive. Well, he is in your head. You're waking up, you're going places, you're laughing. That father. You want him to be alive. How do you react in that situation, that moment in time? You look at his body and you think, I want him to be alive.
Angry, powerless, and lost.
Look again. Who would you be without the thought, I want him to be alive? Get connected.
I'd be happy for him.
I want him to be alive. Turn it around to yourself.
I want to be alive.
Yes, I want me to be alive in this moment in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you can witness, be present. And there's so much to do there because you're sane and loving and present. And in reality, there's so many people like your family, again, that you can serve. Okay, so statement 3.
Dad should be at peace, be free, happy, free of regrets.
Let's turn it around and see if it makes more sense. I should.
I should be at peace, be free.
Of everything you put on your worksheet, it's crazy. Be free of the crazy. But the only way I know to break the trance, to break the magic spell of the believer, is investigation. So 4.
I need Dad to be there.
He is. You see that?
Just to be okay.
Who would you be without the thought? See, is he being there? Is he okay? That's so good to know. So turn it around.
I want to be there and be okay.
Don't you want to be there and be okay? I was there with my mother like that. It was so good. Let's look at the next one.
Dad is gone forever.
Is that true? No. Can you see him in your mind's eye now?
Yeah.
Never gone. Anytime you need him, he's there. There he is. All the lessons he ever taught are in you. And the freer you get, the more you can see how he served that. Everything you ever loved about him, it doesn't die. And all the lessons, they're there until you learn them. He's gone forever. Turn it around.
He's here forever.
Is that truer?
Tons.
Yeah. The next one.
He's the provider.
Is that true? Look again. There he is. Oh.
No.
You see that provider in your head? Is that real or imagined?
It's in my head.
Yeah. And it could be he left a fairly serious insurance policy. Who knows? But either way, there he is. He is gone forever. He's a provider. Turn it around.
I am
The
provider.
You got it. Just notice what you're providing for yourself now. And when you're brushing your teeth, notice what you're providing. And you wake up in the morning and you notice what you're providing. Just notice, notice, notice. You're the provider. And when you're present, opportunity's there because we're not so crazy. Opportunities, we see them, and there are options all over the place. But when we are in fear, and sadness is fear, when we're in fear, options are in front of our very nose, and we don't see them. Our mind's overriding them. So provide you peace. If you could give your father peace, absolute, complete peace in his life, but it took your death to do it, would you give it? Well, now you understand. Let's look at the next one.
I don't ever want to lose my father again.
I'm willing to.
I'm willing to lose my father again.
I look forward to.
I look forward to losing my father again.
Yes, because anytime you think about the death of someone you love, you've already lost them, and they can be standing in front of you. And that's just silly. Thank you for your courage. If you go slow and you're meditating on what you've written on your worksheet, just one beloved assumption at a time, what answers these questions will wake you up.